Good job,
Of the year?
Yeah.
And it was fight of the year. I mean, come on, this was a war. It was a close fight. Vergil attacked the entire night.
Crawford will be next. Vergil Ortiz and Crawford. If Vergil wins tonight, is that the
will see now.
I will see now.
Oh, we knew it was a close fight. Serhii came to fight. He was prepared better than ever. Honestly, he came in prepared.
Music and music. Music, Strysor music. Music the year, and it was fight of the year. I mean, come on, this was a war. It was a close fight. Vergil attacked the entire night. Music Crawford will be next for Ortiz. Crawford Vergil wins tonight. Is that the I was see now? Oh, we knew it was a close fight. Serhii came to fight. He was prepared better than ever, honestly, he came in prepared music. He came in to fight all 12 rounds, very hard, he took a lot of punishment, too, and I got to give him respect and credit for the type of fight that he put music. Up it was the knockdowns is what made the points come up real close. But I think all he had, music. It's so without taking anything away from the fight, you got to give both of these warriors a lot of credit. So it's just for us, we feel that he's still a champion. We feel he won that fight and should still be considered applause. Music champion in a fight that has left a lot of reactions and disappointments, Vergil Ortiz emerged as the winner against Bohachuk, becoming the new interim WBC super welterweight music champion. The fight was something that was worth our time, packed with non-stop action, enough action that left both the fighters with a pending visit to the music hospital. However, there has been some controversy and interesting reactions to it. Music, like we all expected Ortiz's win, wasn't a walk in the park. He hit the canvas twice during the bout. But in the end, he managed to secure a majority decision with scores of 100 and 14 100, and 12 twice in 100, and 13 113. The fight was a close call, but according to the judges, it was clear that Ortiz had done enough to edge out his Ukrainian opponent Manigrovs. His respectful Serge has always been respectful for all of his opponents, so they're angry about something. But we'll see it. The fight was a true test for Ortiz. And 3 key points stood out. First, this fight was far more exciting than many of the highly promoted matchups we've seen this year. Matter-of-fact fans saw it as more interesting than the Madram of Crawford fight. This one was a classic brawl with both fighters trading heavy blows in the center of the ring, showing the kind of heart and power that fans love to see music. Now, even though Ortiz was knocked down twice, Bohachuk wasn't robbed. The Ukrainian fighter did have his moments, especially with the knockdowns, but Ortiz's resilience and ability to rally back in the later rounds made the difference. The fight was closely contested, but the decision was fair. So, without taking anything away from the fight, you got to give both of these warriors a lot of credit. So it's just for us, we feel that he's still a champion. We feel he won that fight and should still be considered a champion. However, the fight has left words coming out of the pros' mouths. The first reaction came from Tim Tszyu, who himself could have been facing Ortiz soon. Tszyu, known for his own powerful performances in the super welterweight division, didn't hold back when discussing the fight, especially given the 2 knockdowns Ortiz suffered during the match. I haven't seen much of Bohachuk, but I heard he's tough. That's all I've heard. But I don't know, it should be interesting. I'll be in Vegas at the time, so see if I can pop and have a look. Sue acknowledged the sheer excitement of the fight, saying, man, that was a cracker of a fight. Ortiz and Bohachuk really gave it their all. It was non-stop action. And both of them showed the kind of heart that makes boxing so special. I know it's boxing, you never know. But man, that was a crowded place for sure. That was a crack of fire, Tim. That was almost you in there, man. I mean, what would happen? And we can all agree with him. The fight was indeed a crowd pleaser, with both fighters landing heavy shots. and refusing to back down a performance many fans said you wouldn't see coming from a fighter like Shecker. Look one round back and forth, you know. It was the knockdowns is what made the points come up a real close. But I think Ors had it reflecting on Ortiz's performance. T pointed out that the fight was Ortiz's first real test at 154 of a division that demands a different level of toughness and skill. This was Ortiz's first proper fight at 150, before Tizu noted he's stepping up to a different class now. And it showed in there those 2 knockdowns would have swung the fight, either way it was close. But Ortiz managed to pull through, and this was his first proper fight at 154. You know that was his first 154 Tizu, who is familiar with the challenges of fighting at super welterweight. Emphasized the unpredictability of boxing. You never know in boxing. He said one punch can change everything. And with those 2 knockdowns, it could have been either even or Bohachuk could have been in front. But Ortiz showed his grit by finishing strong. The Australian fighter also shared his thoughts on what might have happened if he were in Ortiz's shoes. If that was me in there, it would have been a cracker, man. These two are warriors. And regardless of the outcome, they both showed what it takes to compete at this level. You still want to see more of Ortiz. After this, that's for sure, Tim, that was almost you in there, man. I mean, what would happen if he fought you? It would have been CRA, man. Would have been a CRA too. A Mansu who has been steadily rising in the ranks at 154 pounds, understands the challenges that come with moving up in competition. He appreciated the show that Ortiz and Bohachuk put on, acknowledging that this fight was a significant learning experience for Ortiz. They put on a hell of a show. CU said this fight will only make Ortiz better. He's got the power and the heart. But now he knows what it's like to be in there. With someone who can push him to his limits, that's what it takes to be great in this division, regardless of the outcome. Would you still want to aver, regard what Sure, man, they put on a hell of a show, you know. And now Bohachuk did not just push Ortiz's limits. After Vergil Ortiz hard-fought victory, his trainer, Robert Garcia, revealed that Ortiz had to be taken to the hospital. As a precaution, Garcia explained that the Nevada State Athletic Commission insisted on the hospital visit due to the intense nature of the fight, and the 2 knockdowns Ortiz endured fine. But the Nevada Commission told us that it's best for him to go get checked in the hospital. So they took him now. He walked to the ambulance. Vergil was fine. He walked to the ambulance, and everything. Garcia said he was responding clearly and told them he felt good. But the commission said it's best for him to get checked out at the hospital. It's just something they require after a fight like this. Despite the precautionary measure, Garcia emphasized that Ortiz appeared to be in good spirits and was not showing any signs of serious injury. The hospital visit was purely a safety protocol, ensuring Ortiz's health was thoroughly assessed after such a grueling battle and everything. But it was just a requirement that was brought up by the commission. Vergil was responding everything clearly enough and told them that he felt good. But they said, we still want you to go because it's something that is required, you know, because of other type of fight that he was involved in. But then Ryan Garcia came in. Ryan Garcia didn't hold back when he took to Twitter to share his thoughts on Vergil Ortiz Jr. HS performance against Serhii Bohachuk. In a series of tweets, Garcia expressed strong opinions about the fight, making it clear that he wasn't impressed with Ortiz's victory and felt that the fight could have gone the other music way. Garcia kicked things off by reminding his followers of his personal history, with Ortiz stating, "Y'all understand, I've never lost to Vergil Ortiz. That's just facts. Not one time has he beat me." This tweet seemed to set the tone for his critique, as Garcia made sure to emphasize that despite Ortiz's rise in the ranks, he had never managed to get the best of him in their previous music encounters. He continued by addressing those who might be inclined to celebrate Ortiz's victory, too much saying, "So don't even try to play with me." Garcia's message here was clear. Just because Ortiz had won this fight, it didn't mean that he was above criticism or beyond defeat. In a pointed assessment of the fight, Garcia argued that Ortiz didn't do enough to convincingly win the fight. He did not take that from the champion. Garcia tweeted, suggesting that Ortiz's performance wasn't dominant enough to clearly earn the victory. He then went on to voice his support for Bohachuk, saying Ukraine won that or a music. This was Garcia's way of saying that in his view, the fight was either a win for Bohachuk, or at the very least a draw given how close and competitive it was. Garcia was particularly critical of Ortiz's defense, and the damage he sustained during the fight, got dropped twice, got hit with right hands that you can see coming face messed up, he tweeted, highlighting the 2 knockdowns Ortiz suffered and how vulnerable he appeared at times. For Garcia, these moments were evidence that Ortiz was far from untouchable, and that his victory wasn't as clear-cut as some might believe. In his final tweet on the subject, Garcia issued a stern reminder to Ortiz, saying, "Don't talk like you are someone that's unbeatable." When this fight is close with this, Garcia seemed to be cautioning Ortiz against getting too confident or cocky after a fight that in his eyes could have easily gone the other music way. Garcia's tweets reflect his competitive nature and his willingness to call out his peers when he feels it's necessary, while he acknowledged the toughness of the fight. His comments